Welcome to Cosmic Comics, Games and Collectibles, your zen of geekism. We carry comics old and new, magazines, toys, games like Pokemon, Magic, D&D. Want Godzilla, Ultraman, Star Trek, Ninja Turtles, Funko Pops? You'll find it all here. Shop our Cosmic Sound Room and pick up a record or two. Enjoy our Comic Coffee Lounge with a cup of Sasquatch coffee or a delicious menu item while geeking out over a super cool movie on our big screen. Come by and say hello to Maui. Cosmic Comic, Games and Collectibles. Superman loves us, and so will you.
And hello again, everybody. I am still RJ Carter, Senior Managing Editor here at CriticalBlast.com, and we are doing a doubleheader tonight. If you are watching earlier, we did the interview with Stacey Souther, who was talking about the Valerie Perrine film that he's doing. We do hope you'll check in on that and click the links to learn more about what has been happening with Miss Perrine. Of course, you saw her in the Superman movie. She was Miss Tessmacher. If you're wondering where she's been and what's happened to her, well, then watch the film and have a good box of Kleenexes. It's a very touching film, and you'll see a lot of strength of spirit in Miss Perrine here. Right now, we're going to get back into the crowdfunding of comic books, which is sort of our forte. We love to talk with new creators, meet new people, see new projects, and pretty much just find all the people that the big two should have been hiring all these past 10 years and putting out in front of the comic buying market. Too late. Crowdfunding's got them now, and they're on their own, and you can't afford them anymore. Tonight, we have with us Mr. Nicholas Geer, who is bringing to us his book, The Relentless Tin Soldier. Nicholas, how are you doing tonight, my son? Can you hear us, Nicholas?
Doing good.
Yeah, we do have a lot of lag. But we do have people showing up.
I've got a bit of a lag for some reason.
I know. I don't know if it's if you want to take the camera part of it off, you might get bandwidth back.
Take the camera off?
Yeah, if you just take let's give that a shot here for a little bit. See if you can't hear us a little bit faster. We have the chat filling up with folks. Hex Allen is in the chat. Welcome, Hex. Good to see you. Fizz Chozo wants to launch his book on our stream. We would be honored, Fizz Chozo. Fizz Chozo. I'm sorry, I've been talking too long. I can't spit words out of my mouth anymore. So, Nicholas, this is your first book, right?
Yes, sir.
So what made you want to make a comic book? I mean, how long have you been into this, a fan of this industry?
I've been a fan of comics since I was a little kid. I've always had the idea of doing it. But when I found Indiegogo and realized it was a possibility, it kind of really put me into gear.
Crowdfunding really has opened a lot of doors for people who were having doors slammed in their face otherwise. I mean, dare I say, gates put up in front of them that they couldn't get through. And now, you're in charge of your own destiny. Captain of your own destiny now. No one to blame but yourself if you can't make it, right?
That's right.
So tell us about The Relentless Tin Soldier. I mean, I love this Action Comics pastiche cover that you've got going here for this first issue.
Yeah. So that cover is by Shelby Robertson. He did a great job. He did the pencil, inks, colors, all of it, and it's actually going to be exclusive to this campaign.
Now, when you say exclusive to this campaign, are you planning on going to Kickstarter afterwards, or are you going to be printing other versions for comic shops? Have you got a deal lined up with somebody?
I missed a little bit of what you said.
When you say it's exclusive to Indiegogo, does that mean you have a deal lined up with somebody for reprints? Or are you going with maybe the Alterna route?
I'm actually the marketing director for Starcross Comics, and so
There you go.
the reprints will be published through them. One thing about for the campaign we have here, the back cover for the comics that are fulfilled through this campaign, the first prints are going to have a sketch by Graham Nolan, but the reprints will have like a Starcross Comics ad.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, I am familiar with Starcross Comics.
And that way, the people that back and fund the book are getting something special.
That's a great idea. Because I would be upset if I were I think we can all safely say that if we crowdfund a book and it's out at Walmart or something before we get it, it tends to rankle people. It should be a special issue if you're getting it through the crowdfunding, I think. And you're actually going to have two different covers on this one.
Right. We've got a Billy Tucci cover, and I should have it within about 2 weeks. So I should have it for the second half of my campaign.
So the character, your Relentless Tin Soldier, he's a rookie cop who gets how does he get superpowers? I mean, it kind of looks like Colossus or Citizen Steel kind of in his representation.
Yeah, his power set's going to be pretty similar, but his backstory and origins are completely different. He's a rookie cop that sets out to take on the crime family plaguing Minneapolis, and inadvertently they're responsible for him gaining his powers.
You don't see many superhero stories set in Minneapolis. Being in Texas, what made you choose that area to set your story?
Honestly, because I'm a big hockey fan and I like snow, and we just don't get it down here. And I wanted to be able to have snow drawn into panels, and so.
Have you been to Minneapolis before?
I haven't. I'm a huge hockey fan. That's kind of like, where else is more hockey in the States than Minneapolis?
Well, see, now you're going to have to go to the convention they had in Minneapolis and push the fact that your hero is from there. I'm just going to guess
hometown hero.
Yeah. And I'm just going to guess that your artist has at least a few pictures of downtown to work with, the Minneapolis, St. Paul area.
He does.
Very cool. This is the full shot.
If you'll scroll down to the lettering page.
Yeah.
That's actually a church in Minneapolis.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that fans really love to see.
The lettering's by Eric Weather, since we're on that.
The man who letters just about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that if you're a fan and you find out that a comic book is set in your town and you pick it up and you see this kind of thing, it really gives you an appreciation for the artists. I remember one time, and I love George Perez. Don't get me wrong; he is like the number one artist who in my entire history as a fan. But he did a story set in St. Louis, and the cover had the St. Louis Arch on it. I'm like, what the hell is that supposed to be? Because that is not the arch, nor is it the angle that it's set at. So, a scene like this, it looks like you've actually taken photographs of it, and people will recognize it.
Yeah, I'm going to try to incorporate as much of the actual scenery as I can.
So, when did you get the itch to make this comic?
I've honestly always wanted to. Like, I've always had the thought of doing it. And I actually started putting this together before I ever found out about Indiegogo. And looking at artists and everything, and I thought I was going to put it and submit it to Image, but once I found out about Indiegogo, I just figured, why have a middleman? Why not do it all myself?
Yeah. So you were
But
doing
ever
this
since I was a
before
little
you got
kid, I've always
involved.
wanted to.
Okay, so you were putting it together then, even before you got involved with Starcross Comics?
Yes.
Now, does Starcross?
I got involved with Starcross Comics after Joe contacted me about the book, and we started talking about it.
Very cool. So, does Starcross? Do their books exist in the same universal setting? Because I know that they've got that Tribulation Task Force thing, which would seem like the world setting there would sort of prohibit stories that didn't want to go along with that particular storyline. I'm not sure.
It's not set in the same universe, but there are crossover books. There's Biblical Proportions, which is a crossover that kind of pulls all the characters together through some method or another.
Very cool. I love crossover books. I was
If you look at my little avatar there, that's a commission we had done of a lot of the Starcross characters.
Yeah, I do see that. That's in fact, that reminds me of the Crisis on Infinite Earths cover with the death of Supergirl. Just the way they were all drawn in sort of an amphitheater kind of scene. Now we do have a question in the chat here from Hex Allen. He'd like to know: does the Tin Soldier take place in modern times or in the past? And it's because he does have sort of a retro look to him.
Yeah, it's in modern times.
Okay, so yeah, this. I guess anytime I see cops wearing, the hat and the blue uniform, I'm thinking, I'm so used to seeing, undercover cop shows. I'm like, they don't ever wear uniforms anymore, do they? But
yeah, those uniforms are based off what they wear now.
All right.
They still wear the blue.
And it looks like this scene right here is pretty important. I like the fact that I don't like the fact that the building's being blown up, but it looks like these villains are in fact.
I don't think you're sharing your screen, so I can't see the scene you're looking at.
You're right. I'm not. I'm an idiot. So this scene I'm looking at here with the building blowing up here, it looks like these are actual dressed up tin soldiers involved in the explosion. Does that play a part in your character taking his name and getting his powers?
Yeah, those are like toy soldiers, and yeah, they definitely play a big part in why his costume comes about and his name.
And he has a I don't want to say a grudge, but he's trying to take down this crime family, the Coletta family. So I'm sure Vince Coletta is going to be happy about that. So let's take a look at some of the perks that are involved with this one here. The featured one is that you can be drawn in as one of the bad guys. And this is, being drawn into issue number 2.
Yeah, we're already doing panels and pages for issue 2. Like I said, the first book's complete. Everything's done on it except for the Billy Tucci cover, but it's drawn, colored, lettered.
That's good to know. I mean, it's ready to go. So when this is reached its end, you're just going to be shipping out. I mean, 30 days of in demand, I guess, or you're going to start shipping out right away?
Yeah, we'll go in demand, and I plan on fulfilling in November. So just give me plenty of time to get everything together and packaged, and just so I'm not late on nothing.
Oh yeah. November's right around the corner anyway. So now, when they back the henchman perk here, where they get drawn into issue 2, does this come with a copy of number 1, or is this you're just buying into the next book here?
Yeah, I need to add that on there, that it'll come with a copy of issue 1. I didn't put it in there, but I didn't even think about it, but it will.
Okay, I don't want to assume things about.
It'll probably come with the main cover.
Yeah. For folks who like the digital, and we do have several people who watch the program here who have to have a digital copy, $5. That is super cheap, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to make all the prices reasonable.
You've succeeded. How many pages are we talking about here?
It's 24 pages of story. It's a 28-page book.
So that's a decent, your standard size comic, and you can get that Billy Tucci cover for $12.
And that's including the shipping. So
that's including
unless you're
US
out of
shipping.
the U.S., shipping's including. Yeah, it's free U.S. shipping.
That's amazing. That the shipping is included in that. Normally, I would expect this to be like a $20 to $25 tier with $8 shipping on top of it.
I try to cut it in half of what like the regular books are going for. But they're a lot of the books are a little bit bigger than mine is, so I try to cut it in about half.
Well, at these prices here, there's no reason, folks, why you shouldn't get the Billy Tucci cover and the Indiegogo exclusive homage cover from Shelby Robertson. Get them both. In fact, you can. There's a tier made just for it right down here, $24. You got them both covered. Now, your interior artist is Sika Murti.
Moritai, I'm going to butcher it, but I think it's Moritai.
Moritai. Where did you find your artist at?
I actually found him off Facebook, off of an artist page.
Because I'm seeing so many good artists come out of Brazil, come out of the Philippines. It's just this huge untapped market of talent, and that's the other side benefit of what Indiegogo has done for crowdfunded comics is bringing out all these people that we've never would have seen otherwise.
Right.
Now you do have I'd call it a retailer tier here because you can get a 6-pack of the homage covers or a 6-pack of the Tucci covers. Very reasonable price if you're a comic dealer. And you've already had one person pick up the 6-pack of the homage cover, so that's cool. There's a comic shop somewhere who's going to have copies of this on their rack.
Yeah, he's planning on getting the Tucci covers too. He's just waiting for the artwork.
Sure. Yeah. I trust Billy Tucci to draw a great picture, but I'd still like to see what it is too before I bought into it. And I'm sure that's also why it's only halfway done here with the 42 days left to go. People are waiting to see what that image is going to look like.
Yeah, and like I said, we should have it in about 2 weeks, right in time for halfway mark on the campaign. So
you also got you can be drawn into the next book, into the third book. So you're thinking long term on this already. You've got people being drawn in book 2. You got people being drawn in book 3.
That should be the second book.
That should be the second book.
That should be second book. I need to go fix that.
Okay. Yeah, it does say 2 up in the top of it here. It was just 3 down in the bottom.
Yeah, I just need to fix that.
But thinking of long term, are you looking at a closed story arc with the Tin Soldier, or are you keeping it open for continued adventures?
I'm going to try to write each issue where they kind of close on their own, but still can be continued upon. I'd like to continue this book as long as I have interest in it, but I don't want to leave any long-standing story arcs.
Yeah, like the comics used to be. You pick up a book, you read it, it's done, but the character's still there, and you can, enjoy him in the next issue in another brand new story. Does he have anything along the way of a secret identity, or is he just like everybody? Since the accident, everybody knows who he is, kind of thing?
Yeah, he's got a secret identity. There'll be a few people that know it, but it's going to be a secret.
Yeah, I miss secret identities. It seems like they've kind of almost become a thing of the past in comics. Everybody, Superman's revealed himself to the world. You can't watch an episode of The Flash without him taking off his mask in front of the bad guy to talk them down.
Right.
Like, I miss the whole, I've got to do this carefully so I don't reveal who I am to the world kind of thing. Now you got some original sketches in here too, which are very nice. One period of each one. This Andy Smith one is going to look very cool. These are also already done because you've got the images up here, so there's no waiting on this. And this
so with the Andy
ahead.
Smith sketch, it's down to
Go ahead, Nicholas. I was waiting on you. I didn't want to talk over the lag there.
So the Andy Smith, it was part of the pre-launch. If you signed up for the pre-launch, you get a free print by Andy Smith, and that's the original art that's for sale. The print, there's a picture of it down at the bottom.
You got a bunch of different prints down here. There it is.
I think I've got a lot of lag here.
Yeah, that's a very cool looking print. I'm giving it a lot of silent space here on my end to try to give you some openings to jump in. So these are add-ons, prints that are add-ons, or some of them are original art. I lost him. I was looking away and I lost him. Hopefully when he jumps back in here, he'll have a little bit less lag and a little bit more fluid interaction. Meantime, folks, if you haven't seen what's going on with this, the link to the Indiegogo is right below the video, so you can click on it and follow along with us here. Get your pledges in. Even though Nicholas is kind of behind the speech curve with this. Wow, turtles. And this one is a giveaway. So I'm going to ask if that is a digital print or if that is a part of the print. Oh, very, very slowly added back in here. How's the lag doing?
It's doing better now.
Okay, we were just scrolling through the images here, and I saw this this turtles print. Is this a print that's going to be at the $6,000 level? So once we hit the $6,000 level, this is going to break through. You'll get the Teenage
Yeah, so
Mutant
that's
Ninja
a print
Turtles
that I had done just because I'm a fan of the Ninja Turtles.
It looks great.
Yeah.
So that is long way to go to that one yet. It's only a $1,500 fixed goal to get this book going, folks. So tell me about some of the villains that you got lined up for him to fight. I mean, are there going to be
I
super
appreciate
powered?
that. The artist, I'd have to look his name up. It slips my mind.
So do you have super powered bad guys for him to line up against? I think maybe you're not hearing everything I'm putting through. I'm hearing people talk on your side. and it just went silent. Drop him a line in the private chat here, see if he's lost audio with us entirely. Oh man. Okay. Well, tell you what. He can't hear us because of the lag.
Yeah, I'm not sure how far back I am on the lag, but so yeah,
yeah, Hex. I don't know what's going on in Texas, but it's definitely lagging his internet here. So here's what I'll tell you, folks. Go to the Indiegogo page. Back it now. You don't have to wait for the Billy Tucci cover to show up. You know it's going to be quality work. And I'm sold on the artwork that I've seen so far. Even the interior artwork is quality stuff. I like the action scenes. We're getting a lot of good emotion and poses, dynamic figure scenes here. The backgrounds, again, when using the natural landmarks of the Minneapolis area as something that fans are going to appreciate. And yeah, okay. And, Hex Allen, thank you, sir. You just backed it. So let me refresh this here and see if we can. Hey, go away, little black box. Let's give this a refresh and a drum roll. $769, and that gives us our shake and bake moment of the night.
It's shake and bake, and I help.
And we appreciate you helping there, Hex Allen. I'm going to get in on this one myself as soon as it's all over here. Yeah, the interiors are impressive. The cover looks great. I can't wait to get the print of that Shelby Robertson cover. That is just going to be super awesome. I hope there's a print of that one. I'm sure there probably is, even as an add-on. So, guys, with the lag that we had, doesn't make sense for us to continue if we can't talk, right? So I'm just going to wrap up by saying, back this project, really good looking artwork, interesting story, interesting setting. And if you are watching this on the replay, click the link below on the Indiegogo. Share this video out here so that more people can see Nicholas's work and get it in front of more eyeballs. Definitely want to get this one funded. It's at 51% of the goal. Hex, you pushed it right over the brink of that 50% mark. So thank you for that, sir. 31 backers, 42 days left. Plenty of time, but let's not get down to the last minute here for this one. Let's let's just get it funded and let Nicholas kind of have no anxiety and then just watch it all become gravy after that point. So with that, thank you all for showing up. We don't have a show without you. And as always, we just hope you had a blast.